Here is the banquet, the reference to the Eucharistic banquet to which all are invited, not only the near, but above all those who falter, that they are rendered crippled, lame, blind by those who say they see, have actually crippled so many, have blinded so many, so that many now grope in the dark and they are no longer able to find the way that had been traced by Jesus, who dispersed the truth because so many other truths, not absolute but relative, were given to them, and thus having lost the way, no longer recognizing the truth, they are no longer able to understand which is the way, the truth that gives eternal life. Here is the emergency that we are currently experiencing in these times, and here is the need to be able to stand up, be an example, embody the virtues that Jesus teaches us to be able to go again into the streets of this world and to bring to everyone the only truth that saves, to bring everyone back to the only path traced by Jesus, going beyond the whims of so many who do not want to know, or who are attracted to other in this world. Here are those virtues that we must recover and bring to everyone. Jesus highlights the virtue of humility. When you are invited, do not look for the first places. Here is the humility that returns to being the center of Christian life, and we well know this virtue because she who is our spiritual mother has incarnated in perfection. We have found in this woman the holy example of how this virtue must be practiced. Here it is that Jesus speaks to us of humility, just as Jesus speaks to us about obedience and just as Jesus speaks to us about purity. Not by chance these three virtues have been indicated by this our church to how the three virtues that are cornerstones of the Christian faith, so it is written, and so it is for our church, cornerstones, foundations of the Christian faith. Here is obedience, here is purity, here is humility. And these three virtues are indivisible. There is no humility if one is not pure, one cannot be pure if one is not obedient, and obedience makes them perfect and truthful. In obedience there is love and love for God. This is what Jesus teaches us, towards God and towards our neighbor, and with purity we raise our gaze to God and contemplate His wonders. Here then, obedience, purity and humility. Here, putting these virtues in the center, the path will never be lost. One will always remain in the path that Jesus traced to remain anchored to the only truth, and one will be sure that by doing so and by living in this way one will deserve to inherit eternal life, a gift from the Father for all of us your children. Here the purification thus acts on the body, on the soul and on the spirit, as we always try to repeat in order to understand the centrality of the heart contained by the body, the soul and the spirit, which is what must be safeguarded in order to be in perfect communion with Jesus, living bread descended from heaven, to be able to take part with His heart, with His soul and with His spirit.